Hi guys, Ray here, City Fan TV. Hope you're all doing very well. I'm here at the Giants Causeway in Northern Ireland. Very, very beautiful it is too. I think it's the only UNESCO World Heritage Site, certainly in Northern Ireland. Anyway guys, here to talk about Pep Guardiola today. Rubbish reports continue to come out. I think I saw one yesterday on Twitter from, was it BT Sport, saying Pep's hinting that he's about to leave City. When you look into it, it's a load of rubbish. Look, what Pep has said, he said he's closer to the exit at City than kind of staying longer. Basically, he's been here 8 years, okay? And he's basically said he's not going to stay here another 8 years. So he's closer to the exit. He hasn't ruled out signing a contract extension. Look, everybody's trying to read between the lines, make stuff up, where there's nothing to nothing to see, nothing to read between the lines. We just don't know what's going to happen with Pep. I've said it before, sometimes you can come out and say something like, yeah, I might sign a new contract, just to give players that belief that you are going to sign a new contract so they don't down tools. We saw what happened with Alex Ferguson when he said he was leaving. United went basically down the pan immediately that season. And look what happened to Liverpool. They had that last season with Klopp. They had that little bit of a bounce where all these Liverpool fans were coming out and saying, hey, we're going to win the quad, because they had a good run of form. It's like all the players were pulling out all the stops, putting a little bit extra in for Klopp. And then suddenly towards the end of the season, they tailed off. And then they started crying, as Liverpool fans do. They started crying that he'd announced it too soon and that had caused them to fall off a cliff. They never said anything when they were doing really well when he actually did announce it. So the worry is for City, naturally, is that if everybody knows Pep is leaving at the end of the season, then there's a chance, and it's going to happen. I think it's inevitable that some players will subconsciously drop off just that little bit. And that little bit is it Dave Brailsford says, the marginal difference. That little bit is that marginal difference between potentially winning the league title and not. We saw last season, marginal differences kept us ahead of Arsenal. I mean, Arsenal bottling it when they came up to City and didn't go out for the win. They beat City there, I think they go on and win the league. Marginal differences. We held it together and got ourselves over the line for that historic fourth league title in a row. Now, it would be great to finish with 5. Pep to finish his City career with 5 league titles. But I think to do that, I think we need a couple of signings and the players to feel, if not feel, believe that Pep is going to stay longer, because then it's unlikely you're going to down tools. So Pep coming out and saying, yeah, I might sign a contract extension, actually doesn't, it's all mixed messages. It doesn't fill me with that concrete, definitive hope. Can you have definitive hope that Pep will sign a contract extension? I've said it many times. I can't see where else you can go. In club management, can't go back to Spain, can't go back to Germany, can't go anywhere else in England. You're left with France or Italy, and I just can't see Pep going for that. Honestly, I can't see it, because if he went to Italy, for instance, it'll take him years to turn a club round. Now, you could say he turned City around in 2 years' time. Within 2 years, we were Centurions 100 points and winning the league. So Pep shows it can be done. But I just don't think he can turn an Italian club round in 2 or 3 seasons. And if he can't, what's the point? And he needs a lot of spending. Where's he going to get the money? Because you've got to remember, Pep is a checkbook manager. So he needs a lot of funds. And he's just not going to get that with an Italian team, with FFP the way it is right now. He'll only get it in in France with PSG, who seem to, somehow seem to keep getting around FFP, even though they spend bundles of money, absolute bundles of money, and it blows my mind how they do it. But hey, apparently UEFA say it's on the level. So I can't see that, any of that happening. And going into manager country, international management, I just don't buy that either, because, well, you certainly won't do Spain. Where is he going to go? Where's he going to put his heart and soul into it? And he's not going to get that day-to-day involvement in football, which I think he needs, he craves, he thrives and lives on. Okay, so I just don't see him with any other opportunities. I can't remember how old he's, what, about 51 or something, early 50s at worst. He's got, I think, many years ahead of him. So I just don't see Pep leaving for anywhere else. That's going to be certainly not going to be a step up. There's no step up from City. I mean, some people will argue Real Madrid and all that, but he's certainly not going to go there. So there's not really anywhere else to go. And as I said, I'll repeat, it'll take 2 or 3 years just to get wherever else he went to competitive, and that's if they have the money available. There is nowhere in the world like City where he has pretty much complete control of the club, the support and the backing of the chairman, the owners, okay? And Pep can pretty much do whatever he wants. And we think, let's be honest, can't blame him. 6 league titles in 8 seasons. I think he's deserved and earned that right to do pretty much whatever he wants. But I think we do need to get a couple of players in. Someone to cover or complement Rodri when he's not in the side. We saw last season, I can remember when he got banned from that sending off. I think he missed 4 games in total, 3 from that red card, and I think somewhere else he missed a game. We lost them all the league games we lost that I think that Rodri wasn't playing in. So it's a big, he's a pivotal position. So I think we need someone to cover for him. I think we need a replacement for Kyle Walker. That's a gimme. I think we need another winger. We've got Savio, so I think that's going to make a difference, but I'd still like one more. And yeah, maybe another centre back. You know, we haven't got enough, but I think 2 or 3 top quality players will make a difference to this City squad, to the City first team. I think I've always said that's important, to keep renewing, keep bringing in 1 or 2 players every season that will push somebody else out. Look at Jack Grealish. 2 seasons ago, he was a first team starter. Okay, now he's on the bench. You know, he's got players ahead of him, such as Doku. Don't know where Savio's going to play, right or left or whatever. Ahead of Grealish, you could even argue there are Oscar Bobb's sometimes got ahead of him. So it's important. It's not great for the player, but it's important to keep getting new players in who will push others out. We saw at left back, for instance, with the problems with Cancelo, problems of filling left back. We're using Akil season before last, and I think sometimes Laporte might have figured out there. But now we've got Gvardiol, who towards the end of the season showed that he's an upgrade. He's scoring goals, looking a lot more dangerous going forward. So we need to keep developing, renewing, improving our first team. I think that's crucial. And Pep is integral to all of this. He's crucial as well. But do I think Pep's leaving? Honestly, it's very difficult to tell. As I said, for me, it feels like mixed messages. Trying to read between the lines, it's extremely difficult. All I can say is, as I said before, I don't think there's anywhere else he can go that he's going to have the same level of control and opportunity and money and everything else than he has got at City. So why leave? The only reason to leave is if you're burnt out. And if he's not burnt out, then I think he might just sign that contract extension. But don't take my word for it. Guys, if you're new to the channel, it would be fantastic if you could subscribe. If you can hit that bell icon, it will be you'll be notified as soon as new videos come out. Give us a thumbs up, give us a like, it's always nice. We'll see you around, Blues.